November 24, 2009. A day that would end in tragedy for an adventurous medical student who embarked on what seemed to be an exciting exploration of the Nutty Putty Cave in Utah, a cave known for its challenging and narrow passageways. Crawling through the tight passages of Nutty Putty Cave, he took a wrong turn and entered a part of the cave where no one had ever been. It was as narrow as a grave, where even moving his hands was impossible, and breathing was difficult. Unfortunately, John got stuck upside down in this condition. This is the story of 26-year-old John Jones, who spent the last 27 hours of his life trapped in this cave. What happened in those tense hours deep within the Nutty Putty Cave? Why couldn't the rescue team save him, despite their tireless efforts and advanced techniques? Let's explore this tragic tale. John Jones grew up in a loving family in Stansbury Park, Utah. From a young age, he was fascinated by the natural world, always eager to explore the outdoors. John was the eldest of 5 children and was known for his adventurous spirit. His father, Lynn, introduced him to caving when John was just a teenager. The thrill of navigating through dark, narrow passageways captivated him. John's passion for caving grew, and he began to explore more complex and challenging caves. In 2009, John was a medical student, working tirelessly towards his dream of becoming a pediatrician. He and Emily had recently welcomed their first child, a baby girl named Elizabeth. Life was busy but fulfilling for John. Despite his demanding schedule, he always found time for his family and his passion for caving. Nutty Putty Cave, located near Utah Lake, was discovered in 1960 by Dale Green. Since then, thousands of adventurous young people have come here to test their skills. Nutty Putty Cave is famous for its tight, slippery, and winding passages. There is only one way to enter the cave, and it is just 30 inches wide. This means that only young people with a waist and chest smaller than 30 inches can enter. Every year, around 20,000 people come here to hone their skills. However, between 1999 and 2004, several accidents occurred here, raising many safety concerns about the cave. John had heard about Nutty Putty Cave through fellow cavers and was eager to explore it. The cave had a reputation for being both thrilling and dangerous, with several sections requiring careful maneuvering and expert navigation. John was confident in his caving skills and believed he was prepared for the challenge. On November 24, 2009, John, his brother Josh, and several friends decided to explore Nutty Putty Cave. The group was excited about the adventure, and John, in particular, was looking forward to the experience. They arrived at the cave in the late afternoon equipped with helmets, headlamps, and other necessary gear. As they entered the cave, the group was filled with a sense of excitement and anticipation. They navigated through the main entrance and began exploring the various passages. The cave was dark, damp, and cold, with narrow tunnels that required them to crawl, squeeze, and contort their bodies to move forward. Despite the challenges, John was in high spirits, enjoying the thrill of the exploration. As the group ventured deeper into the cave, John decided to explore a passage known as the Birth Canal. This section of the cave was infamous for its tight and constrictive nature, challenging even the most experienced cavers. John believed that he could navigate through it without much difficulty. However, as John made his way through the Birth Canal, he encountered a narrow spot that was much tighter than he had anticipated. He tried to maneuver his body but found himself stuck headfirst in an awkward position. He was unable to move forward or backward. Panic began to set in as he realized the severity of his situation. John's brother Josh quickly noticed that something was wrong and rushed to help. He tried to pull John out, but it was no use. John was firmly wedged in the narrow passage. The group immediately called for help, and within hours, rescue teams arrived at the scene. The rescue operation was complex and dangerous. The cave's narrow tunnels and tight spaces made it difficult for rescuers to reach John. They used ropes, pulleys, and other equipment in a desperate attempt to free him. The rescue effort was further complicated by the fact that John was trapped in an inverted position, which put immense strain on his body. Despite their best efforts, the rescuers were unable to free John. The situation became increasingly dire as the hours passed. John's condition worsened, and he was in excruciating pain. Throughout the ordeal, he remained conscious and in good spirits, talking to his family and rescuers. His wife, Emily, communicated with him from above ground, providing words of comfort and encouragement. As the rescue operation continued, the team faced numerous challenges. The narrow passage made it difficult to use heavy equipment, and the risk of causing a cave-in was high. The rescuers worked tirelessly, trying different techniques to free John. They managed to partially lift him, but he remained stuck. John's physical condition deteriorated rapidly. Being trapped in an inverted position for so long put immense pressure on his heart and lungs, leading to difficulty breathing and decreased blood flow. Despite the pain and suffering, John stayed strong, holding on to the hope that he would be rescued. Rescue workers tried to keep John calm and comfortable, talking to him and ensuring he stayed hydrated. They even brought in a medical team to provide emergency care and monitor his vital signs. The team knew they were racing against time, but the cave's complex structure and John's precarious position made every attempt seem futile. As the hours passed, the rescuers realized that they were running out of options. They continued to work tirelessly, driven by the hope of saving John. However, the physical and emotional toll on everyone involved was immense. John's family, waiting anxiously above ground, held on to the slimmest hope of seeing him freed. Despite the rescuers' heroic efforts, John Jones did not survive the ordeal. He passed away on November 25, 2009, after spending 27 hours trapped in the Nutty Putty Cave. The news of John's tragic death was heartbreaking for his family, friends, and the entire community. The authorities decided to seal the Nutty Putty Cave permanently to prevent future tragedies. The entrance was closed off with concrete, and a plaque was placed near the site to honor John's memory. The incident sparked discussions about cave safety and the importance of proper training and precautions for cavers. John's story left a profound impact on many people. His love for adventure and exploration, coupled with his tragic end, served as a reminder of the risks and dangers associated with caving. The rescue workers who tried to save him were hailed as heroes for their relentless efforts and dedication. John's family, particularly his wife Emily, showed immense strength and resilience in the face of tragedy. They honored John's memory by sharing his story, raising awareness about cave safety, and advocating for better rescue protocols and equipment for cavers. John Jones' legacy lives on as a symbol of courage and determination. His story serves as a poignant reminder of the thin line between adventure and danger. The Nutty Putty Cave incident remains one of the most tragic and unforgettable events in the history of caving, highlighting the need for caution and respect for the natural world.